Hey, what's up? Well, making a video. Getting a rare opportunity to make a video. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but hope that it's positioned very well. I wanna say that my untracked package finally arrived. And it was this, yet another skipper clone. And I thought she was gonna be nude. But instead, I'm so happy. I love it when this happens. I'll order a nude doll and I'm pleasantly surprised by the fact that she's wearing a dress, and it's almost always a girl. I don't know why, but it's like if you order a boy doll, looks like what you see is what you get. You know, he only has clothes if you knew he was gonna have clothes. And since a lot of my boys are makeshift anyway, it doesn't really matter. So, this doll was wearing a beautiful handmade dress. And I didn't do the unboxing because when she first came in, she had no panties. See, I made her some. And she smelled like a chain smoker. Almost like she's, you know, she was owned by someone who smoked for 50 years in the house. So, what makes her special is she has eyelashes, sort of like the World of Love dolls. That was the in thing in the 60s, to not only have real hair, but real eyelashes if you were a girl. And, you know, cute little features like that made the boy dolls all but irrelevant in the doll world, though a few were made. And so she's special because she's 9.5 inches like Skipper. And she's wearing a cute dress that looks like Little House on the Prairie. Didn't have any shoes or panties or hair ties. I did all that. So what I did was I just washed her, like always. Gave her a bath in fabric softener and soap. And then I washed her dress in the delicate wash bag. Then I took a pair of my panties, and with a very simple pattern, you know, I used to make them like a diaper and sew them up. But what I did was a better pattern than that. I ran out of doll panties, which is what I would have preferred to have, the fake nylons made out of bride's veil knitting. So what I did was I took an old pair of my panties, so she's basically wearing my panties, and I made the leg band into her waistband. So my leg band, or my former leg band, is now her waistband. And it just feels so weird to have these dolls that are wearing clothes that I wore for years on end. But they were made into doll clothes. So what I did was I made a very simple pattern that's like the letter D, you know, for her butt. Like a butt panel that's like the letter D. You can't see that. And the line on the D is the waistband, or former leg band. But instead of just making one panel like that, it's actually two, so that it's more like a letter B. Okay, but then you fold the front panel and you cut leg holes to make like a bikini shape, so that it's less material in the front, so that it covers more of the butt than the crotch. So I made her some doll panties, and you only sew together the crotch in front and one side of like where a diaper would fasten, with her wearing it, so that she can never take it off, but it matches her dress. So there's my doll. It finally came in. I knew she probably would, you know, because when things are untracked, they typically come in toward the higher end of the range that they would normally have where they tracked, you know, because it's usually medium male or something. So she came in Monday instead of Friday or Saturday. So there's a girl to put with the collection of other Skipper clones. And I'm so glad she's wearing a dress. That solves a problem. The other thing I want to show that finally came in faster than expected was some autumn leaves that I'm going to decorate the mantle with. And they have the lights inside them, the fairy lights, instead of the poinsettias where I had to put the lights myself. And then I ordered this Tangled book. I never got to see the movie Tangled, but it looked like a relatively decent copy of it. I don't know if I'll read it much, but at least I'll have it. You know, another Disney character. So yeah, the air conditioner has to run continuously, but better times are around the corner. And that's why, you know, I hate summer. You know, ever since I've gotten older and stopped catching colds all the time, or every year, multiple times a year, I've, you know, just hated summer. I hate summer because, you know, it just has no redeeming qualities. Don't really swim that much. So it's just not a good time of year.